Hey everybody, this is IndieGeek, and today I'm taking a look at the early access alpha version of Steam Marines. So, as I said, of course, right off the bat, this is an early access, and I believe it is still considered to be an alpha. So, if there are any bugs, any problems, which I'm not expecting, but if there are, then they are, as always, not representative of the final product. So, this is available on Steam, which I will link to in the description below, for $10 for PC as well as Mac. And with that, I think we are probably ready to just jump right in. So, we've got quite a lot of difficulties here. I'm going to just play on easy because it is pretty tough. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this screen, but I do want to talk about it. We can basically make our 4-person squad. So we can actually cycle our classes and our perks, which of course does kind of change things, and there are more than, looks like there are about 5 perks, so 5 classes, sorry, and then of course various perks that we can choose. But that is kind of all just going towards the fact that it's a roguelike, so you're going to want to play around with those combinations. Let's see. Warning, cryosleep aborted, adrenal administered, emergency hatches released, status, engineering unavailable, captain unavailable, non-combatants evacuated, weapons free, recommend sweeping to the elevator and descending. Good luck, Marines. So that is basically our situation here, and that's our goal, is each floor we're going to want to try and get to the elevator. Alright. And we can break through walls, as you saw there. So that is something to remember. It looks like I may have really exploded that guy, which was a bad idea, of course. And then we just kind of take turns moving each character. Various things take up movement points, of course. The obvious ones like moving, obviously each space takes a movement point. Alright, so I shot that guy down. You can actually do this, which changes your direction, and that also takes a movement point. Reloading takes a movement point. Basically, like all the standard things that you would think of as probably taking movement points will take movement points. So that's nothing too out of the ordinary there. Opening doors, of course, take, I believe, 2 movement points, whereas just walking takes 1, of course. Alright. And that is where we will end. Let's see. Olivine Rain Corrosion. Freeze, loses 2 armor. So yeah, there are various kind of random encounters that can happen. I will do that. That was a really good move, because I needed the health. Alright. And as far as roguelikes go, this one is pretty tough. I have not made it anywhere near the end of the game, as far as I can tell. But I have been having a very good time with it. I do there's some really interesting things in this one that aren't in a lot of other roguelikes. One of my favorite things is actually just the fact that you can break through walls, so you can kind of brute force your way through areas if necessary. And sometimes it is necessary. And you see that worked out pretty well, using breaking the walls there to actually be able to get to where I could shoot that enemy. And I think one of the differences, at least seemingly, on easy is that these enemies seem to not be so interested in actually shooting me, which is nice. I don't know if that's actually because it's easy or if that's just a weird thing that I've run into here. It's probably because it's on easy. So you know, the difficulties do actually make quite a difference. But as you can see here, so this is actually our elevator room, but I am, of course, taking some extra time to kind of go through and clear out the floor, because obviously there are advantages that we can find here. So I'm actually going to move everyone else, I think, to the elevator room, and next turn have him go pick up the treasure chest down here and then make his way back, and then we'll be ready to go on to the next floor. So you know, like I said, the difficulty is pretty difficult. I believe I was playing on normal in my playtime earlier and was just doing terribly, like really badly. But now on easy, things seem to be going okay so far. As you saw earlier, of course, there are random events which certainly do change things, as well as, of course, that being that it's roguelike, the dungeon layouts and enemy placements, things like that, are different every run. But I think that pretty much covers the basics of the gameplay. That is weird. Is that gonna like blow up if I try and open it? I think I'm just not gonna mess with that. That panel there will actually hurt us if we walk over it. Hence me not walking over it. Oh. Alright. Okay. Whoa, okay. Suddenly there's enemies. Sometimes you get that bit of an effect because, you know, the whole kind of like fog of war kind of thing. Oh, yep, so we should reload. And I think reloading actually takes up the rest of your actions for a turn. So you really want to kind of make sure that you're done with your turn before you choose to reload. This looks like it could get a little tricky. Hopefully I can sort of take out some of these guys. Oh, right, he's got a shield. That is... Oh, yeah, I was really dumb there. Yeah, those guys are interesting because of the shields. You actually have to be at some sort of angle from him, or you can just go up and do melee, which is what I did there. Alright. Dang, okay, so we lost a character. I think I probably was not paying enough attention to health, unless that enemy just did a ton of health, a ton of damage, I mean. It was probably just me not paying enough attention, though. But there are opportunities, actually, to find new crew members as well, so... you know, things can definitely go from good to bad pretty quickly. I think, as far as, like, the gameplay overall, I have been having a very good time with it. As far as roguelikes go, you know, if you watch any other videos on my channel, you know that I'm already a huge fan of roguelikes, and this seems like a very good one. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I can see myself putting a lot of time into it in the future. I think one of the things that has really impressed me so far is, okay, so what do we've got? You see a crouched figure in the corner, movement slow. You aren't entirely convinced the Marine knows how to use that engineer class weapon. You can't help but notice the large stack of ammunition on the ground. Sure, I'll take him. So I love those little situations because we actually get a good sense of like how the character is, which is interesting. Just based on like the little like description that we got. Okay, so I actually found an armor, which is nice. Sure. I'll switch that. And then let's have you go do that. And we'll go start looking down here. Yeah, I find the art style to be really, really nice. I like the, you know, just like the whole look of it. The animations are really good. There's always something moving and always something to kind of like keep you interested in. And I think that's a good quality to have for a game like this. Because I think if things weren't moving, it could maybe get a little boring to look at pretty fast. But considering everything's always moving, there's kind of this nice sense of like life to the ship, I guess. And you know, that's a really good quality. Okay, yes, I do want to keep. Don't have enough action points to grab that yet, but I can go grab that one. And then just move my other people up into this room. And I mean, we found the exit here, but of course we are going probably to want to actually explore some more of the floor first. Okay, again, these are the enemies with the shields, and they can be kind of a pain to deal with. So, we're just trying to make do, I guess. If I really wanted, I could just go to the next floor, and I think I might, rather than deal with that. Looks like my score is actually in the negative. I haven't really paid enough attention, I think, to what kind of things affect the score just yet. Definitely stuff that I will want to get into in the future. Alright, let's heal you. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, I've got lots of various items that I can use, and I'm guessing, yeah, so we need to be moving down. So you can see quickly here that sometimes destroying walls is actually necessary to make progress, which is kind of a cool feature, you know, especially since it's there and you can destroy walls in the game. I think it was a good idea to sometimes have your way actually blocked unless you destroy walls. It makes for some interesting exploration, that's for sure. Definitely got kind of a tight space here. Not a whole lot I can do quickly. Gotta move kind of slowly through this. The other nice thing is I've really enjoyed the art so far. The music so far. I have enjoyed the art, but I already talked about that. I think we can stop talking about the art. Yeah, I meant to say the music so far has been really nice as well. And by music, of course, I just mean like the whole sound design in general, because you know, music is used kind of sparingly, and I think that's probably a good choice. And then you know, the sound design makes for a lot of really good atmosphere in the game. I probably maybe have it a little bit too low for you to hear too much. I can actually see if I can turn it up a little bit so we can hear it a bit more. So, as you can hear, the music is kind of just, you know, maybe a little bit of accentuation to the action that's going on. This room certainly looks like it could be the end for me. There's a lot of enemies to get through, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. Oh, especially if I'm just like using explosives right next to the rest of my team. That was a great idea. Oh, right. You can shoot through your teammates, which is nice, of course. And, oh goodness, do I have any health stuff? No. Okay, well. Yeah, this is gonna end quickly. I should have definitely paid attention to my teammates and which weapons I was using, because I made some really bad choices there. So I'm doubting that I will make it through this. Yep, one left, but that's okay, because we're probably wanting to wrap this up here anyways. So, if you couldn't tell, my overall impressions of this are very good. I've had a good time with it so far. Yeah, this is pretty similar to my other experiences so far. It's not easy, like I said, but being that it's a roguelike, it probably just takes some time to kind of get more into it, learn more of kind of all of the intricacies of everything. So, yeah, I think that is where I'm going to end this one off. But if you are interested in playing the game for yourself, just follow the link in the description and, you know, give it a go. I think as far as roguelikes go, this is probably one of the better ones I've played. It's actually a lot of fun. I guess you could kind of think of it as sort of Dungeons of Dreadmore, but you control 4 people instead of 1, which is definitely an interesting twist. Yeah, I think very positively of it. I could definitely see myself probably playing a lot more of this in the future. But that is where I'm going to wrap this one up. So as always, feel free to comment if there's anything that you would like to comment on. Subscribe to the channel to see more of my videos every single day, and if you liked my look at Steam Marines, then please do consider clicking the like button, because that helps me out a lot, and I definitely appreciate everything you do to help. So with all of that being said, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.